Let's take you over to Queensland now, which the state's recorded no new cases of coronavirus today. The Greater Brisbane region has reached the halfway mark of its 3-day lockdown. And our reporter Jessica Rendall joins us live now from Brisbane. Jess, this is obviously good news. Have authorities confirmed the end of lockdown tomorrow night?
Hi Nadia, unfortunately it's still a waiting game for us here in Brisbane. Authorities have said that they're waiting to see what the case numbers are tomorrow morning before they make any decisions on that lockdown there. So 19,000 tests were conducted in the past 24 hours and of those 0 new cases were found. So obviously good news for us here in Brisbane, but the advice is clear. Stay home, please continue to stay home, work from home if you can, only leave your house for those essential purposes until we see what those case numbers are tomorrow morning. The Premier and the Chief Health Officer could not have been clearer with their messaging. Here's what they had to say earlier.
Let's see what our numbers are tomorrow, and then we'll update Queensland about what the proposed steps forward are following on from that. But so far so good, fingers crossed.
And Jess, how's compliance been during this lockdown period? Have people been following the rules?
People have largely been following the rules, Nadia. Our Deputy Police Commissioner, Steve Golczewski, said that he was very, very happy with how Queenslanders have been responding to the advice throughout this lockdown period. There were some infringement notices issued, though, 15 in the last 24 hours, which takes our total throughout this lockdown so far to 21. 5 of those were issued at a house party in New Farm. Now, those people obviously had breached the 2-person visitor limit, and they were all issued with a $1,300 fine. So you're only allowed 2 people at your house, and they have to have a pretty good reason for being there, so either providing support or care. 300 vehicles were checked heading to the North Sunshine Coast or the Gold Coast. 150 of those vehicles headed to the Gold Coast. Of that, 4 vehicles were turned back to Brisbane. Now, police also found 9 people on the Gold Coast who were from Brisbane visiting the Gold Coast who weren't in isolation. So they were told to please return to their accommodation until lockdown is lifted tomorrow night. So the rules are, if you've been in Brisbane since the 2nd of January and you've travelled elsewhere, you need to stay in isolation until our lockdown is lifted. 250 businesses were also checked for compliance, and police were very happy with what they found there. No one breaking the rules. Now, in terms of our mask mandate, it's the first time that Queensland has made masks compulsory. As soon as you step out of your door, put your mask on. When you're driving, when you're exercising, masks on. Now, police have said that they're taking a more educational approach to this. They say they've been handing out masks instead of handing out fines. So they've handed out 700 masks to date. So they're saying that this is pretty good. They're not handing out fines just yet. They're just waiting to see if handing people a mask, if they refuse, then they'll hand you a fine. But they're largely taking an educational approach with this and being very compassionate throughout this lockdown period.
Oh, that's good to hear. Thank you so much for that update, Jess.